Melody, thanks a lot for joining us. Here we go, guys. It is a massive midweek. Now, I've got some war stories to go through from the weekend with these. The guys, it didn't quite pay off for me over the weekend, and we'll be casting our mind and our eyes into the midweek. What kind of teams can we build? What prize pools should we be trying to target? What guys are playing matches? What guys are playing good matches? All of this and much, much more. If you're joining us after we've been live, fist bump to you on arrival. Thanks very much for joining us. And if you're watching this after we've been live, make sure you get your fist bump on arrival in the live chat. As always, guys, at any point in the stream, if you laugh, you learn, you like something, whatever, please do a massive favor for me and smash the thumbs up button below. It goes a long way helping the channel. You've got no idea, and I thank you in advance for doing so. I hope you have a lot of fun with me. And also, if you are getting involved in the chats, let me know about your weekend. Did you win anything? What let you down? Who was your hero? And subsequently, for the midweek coming, how many goals do you think Dortmund are going to score? It's all about Dortmund this midweek for me. Get the Haaland on the pitch and let's get him into the Rangers. That's my strategy for the midweek, and I hope you will join me in backing that spiritually and emotionally. Maybe it's not for all of you, but there you go. Just make sure I've got my screens and everything all sorted up, guys. Had to do a wee bit of jiggery pokery. We're setting everything up, and sometimes when that happens, I lose the live chat. So I just want to make sure I don't lose the live chat, and I've got you here with me for this evening. I had a great weekend myself. I was kind of out of town, if you like, getting ready for ye old Valentine's Day. So if you have been out and about, done anything special, let me know. Because yeah, it's that time of year, guys. You've got to spend it with your loved ones if you're lucky enough to have them around you. And it's important. I've been saying this a lot recently, and I'm quite happy to continue doing so. Make sure you have fun time away from screens and stuff like that. You know, with people. It's always important. The live chat seems to be coming through on the main system, and yeah, I think we're all good. So sorted. Let's got a little backup set up, ready to go. But Alex Coleman, fist bump, good to see my man. Thanks a lot for joining us. Should have a tier 3 reward from Globals to come. Yes, but U23 was let down by Captain Sinistera. Ouch, unlucky Alex. And Roland, fist bump to you. It was at 415 points, but it was being downed to 398 and limited. How does that happen? So great question to start the stream off, Roland. So basically Opta, when they are reviewing these matches for their statistical analysis that they sell, the data that they collect to people at Sorare, to Sky Sports and all these other people, they'll have, depending on how big the game is, they'll have one analyst, or if it's a huge, like Premier, if it's a top 5 league, generally there'll be multiple people that will work on it. And then once the game finishes, someone else will come in and review it and just make sure there's nothing totally ski with, or you know, that kind of thing. So if you have an Opta adjustment, it's not unheard of. If anything, it's relatively common. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad, but you'll never know. Unfortunately, if all the reviews are done and all that kind of thing, sometimes you can get on tender hooks and be like worried, like, oh, Opta haven't changed the scores at all. Have they done the review? Are they not going to do a review? Are they going to do one tomorrow? So it's one of these ones you just need to kind of, unfortunately, check your scores as often as you can. Hendo, fist bump, good to see you, my man. Thanks a lot for joining us. Dan Adams, fist bump to you as well. So we're a gunner in the house, and that'll be you then, Dan. And Hoodwink, fist bump, good to see you, my man. Thanks a lot for joining us live. Now, guys, I had some amazing teams in the midweek. I'm just going to double check the screen is set up. In fact, sorry, just bear with me a sec. I had some amazing teams going out in the midweek, and to be honest with you, I'm disappointed to be not pulling something out of the hat, because I had some great scores all across the way. Now, you'll be able to see some of the... I've released like a bunch of videos today, so please make sure you check them out. Got some analysis on the La Liga and the Bundesliga, no, pardon me, Serie A and the Bundesliga from the weekend, and looking ahead to next weekend, and we cover some of the Champions League, Europa League action in the middle there with Marco at Sorare, Italy, and my pal Chrissy Boy. So I hope you enjoyed those videos. We had a blast, and I'll be looking to bring those that content every week on a Monday to you, all going well. And hopefully I can have some other leagues and regions and whatever tied down, and we can get Mondays as full of content of stuff like that for you guys as I possibly can. If you can recommend somebody for a league or a region, by all means, hit me up in the DMs and let me know who you've got in mind. There's a good chance I've spoken to them already, but you never know. Jane Ort, evening, good to see you, my man. Thanks a lot for joining us. Team for the midweek for Alex Coleman, Van de Voort, Koundé, Saliba, Sangar, Awesome. That is a powerful, robust team, Alex. Good luck to you, my man. Gaza, fist bump, good to see you, my man. Didn't give me time to watch the big new video. Yeah, so video, take your time. They're there and they'll be there forever. There's no mad rush. But I just wanted to, I've recorded a bunch of stuff and I thought I'll just pop it all out and then I'll do my stream as I normally do. And then you guys can watch everything at your leisure. So yeah, if you've caught some of that stuff, you'll see some of the trades in this kind of section and whatever. But as you'll see, the greens dry up for me quite quickly. I have some of the peaky top guys, but when you look at who they are, when I had them, etc. I'll just zoom in on this a wee bit more for you, sorry, so you can see it. Yeah, so Wirtz did great. Hadzimetov did great, but again, one's a rare, one's a limited. I had a super rare Trippier did good. Unal's a new card, and then we've got 2 limiteds that did good, a rare goalkeeper that did good, a rare defender, a couple more limiteds, a common, a couple of rares, limiteds, you know, so my scores were kind of all over the place, and there was no feasible team I could have put out with the good scores I had, really, that would have brought home the bacon. So I'm not too disappointed in that, per se. This team was probably amongst the closest. Unfortunately, Gavi's goal was ruled out offside. Had he picked that up, we were 17 points off of a prize. We would have almost certainly got a prize. So a wee bit unfortunate at the end with the boy Gavi. Werner made a nice debut for the team, and Lautaro and Dzeko did their thing, as did Lukeba. Guys, nowhere near E threshold. Wow. Triple DNP. I forgot Tio Hernandez was suspended, but I was so light on defense. It just didn't even enter my mind to check that kind of extra stuff. I was just like, get the numbers on. And yeah, nowhere near the E. Furthest away I've been from it in weeks and months. John H, fist bump, good to see my man. Connor R98, fist bump, good to see you too, my man. Champ Hero, I was really hopeful about this all the way up till the Ivan Illich match. Verona won 4-0. Illich only played like, I think maybe 70 minutes or so, 60 minutes. And next week, Verona have got a big game against Roma. So I'd expect him to get 90 minutes in that. And the way that Verona controlled the game against Udinese in a 4-0 win, I think it's more a case of keep your best players available for as long as possible in terms of the substitution and the game management. So it was at least 2-0 when Illich came off. Joan Jordan did okay. Sane did okay with no goal. Angelino, we said he was decisive, capable, and he got his goal, or assist, he got one of them, I forget. It was a goal, I'm sure. Yep, he got his goal and did great. Nubo got another clean sheet. So close but no cigar, only 30 points off. Had I got a decisive from Illich or a decisive from Sane, I think we would have pretty much bagged a prize here with multipliers and all that kind of thing taken into consideration, of course. So again, very, very fine margins. And, you know, when you see when you see how many teams I'm able to put out and how close they're all getting, I'm just waiting for that 1 week where it all pays off. Or I get to that situation where some of these question mark players who are like trying to get into a team, or they're trying to recover form or come back from injury, etc. Once those things naturally progress themselves in somebody's life, these players that we're talking about, you know, in their career, then I feel like I'm going to be absolutely popping. This team was a real punt. I had no idea about the goalkeeper, and I had these spare super rares, and I was like, just throw them out, see what happens. It went nowhere. Same along again, had no idea, went nowhere. I dropped Haaland at the very last minute after some extra insistent persistence from the man that is Sujiwa, and I put Kone in, and he did fantastic, but unfortunately Captain Kostic, we're 80 points off a prize, so between Kostic and Cunha, double decisive with conceding a penalty and scoring a goal. Didn't really impact his score, which is a kick in the teeth. So again, very fine margins on 3 teams. This one was 112 points away. And again, it's just a lot of sandbags. Just very average. Not worth writing home about. We've got one more card to run here. But again, nothing really has happened. And then the big team that I was super excited to get put out with my new shiny cards and everything. Gomez didn't start. And I think he'd have got a good score had he did start, because it was only a 1-0 win to PSG. And Paco Alcacer, you know, Villarreal at home, I don't know if you watched the match or whatever, but Villarreal just did they did 6 midfielders and 4 defenders and just defended Real Madrid for 90 minutes. That's all they did. They came out with a 0-0 win. A 0-0 win. That's what it felt like to Villarreal. A 0-0 draw. But unfortunately, Alcacer just never made it onto the pitch. But I think he's going to be full of beans and ready to go for the next couple of matches with Moreno injured for basically the rest of the month. So onwards and upwards. And Cadiz at home at Celta Vigo. I thought Celta Vigo would have done better. 0-0 draw. Cadiz will be happy. And, you know, if that was a different result, then my boys would have been in the mix. And we could have done a bit better. But even considering that, guys, 2 DNPs, a good defender, crap captain, basic score from the unique. just under 200 points away, which for the type of cards we're talking about, it's not monumental. You know, if I get the goalkeeper on with a 60 plus the multiplier, you're getting up close to like but the 75 mark, 80 mark, something like that. And again, same with the striker. So that's an extra 150 points just for getting them on and doing like what you would hope they would do. And then between the rest of them, it's just picking up an extra 30 points for passes. Maybe one of them gets a decisive, something like that. So very close. From the actual tippy top of the division, because that's what I'm really hoping to aim for now. We were quite a distance away, 279 points. You do really need them to pop. You need greens everywhere to win it. Any division. No one's kidding on otherwise. But all being said, I don't think we're really that far away from being competitive there with 2D MPs nonetheless. I knew this team was going to be let down by the striker. Unfortunately, it was also let down by Ferran Torres. 46 points off of a card. And yeah, unfortunately, Ferran, he's got a big chance missed against him. I watched the game. I don't really think he had any big chance missed. He had 2 headers from like 12 yards or so. One of them went against him. And unfortunately, you know, Barca just, because he's a midfielder card as well, the Torres, the goals conceded to take a few points off him. And he's not really made it up with the other defensive actions. You know, he was just so high up the pitch that it kind of went against him in a match like this. Whereas if it's a match that Barca are going to dominate, then this midfielder card will be OP. But unfortunately, in this derby match, it just did not come anywhere near paying off. And Weah came off the bench and didn't do anything. So 40 points, that's a sore one. But four teams, guys, were mega close. And the green shoots are there. Now, I'm pretty sure I've not done the lineup builder on Sorare data. But guys, I have been in lineup builder non-stop. Let me just check. No, I've not. Good. I've been in lineup builder non-stop over the weekend. Like whenever I've had little, I mean, the missus went away for Valentine's weekend and it was just a great weekend. Did absolutely amazing stuff and it was lots of fun. But whenever I had a wee bit of quiet time, whenever she was maybe getting changed and getting ready for stuff and I could get onto my phone, I was just in lineup builder and I was just wanting to find out who are all my guys playing over the next like 3 weeks. Who's got the good fixtures? When are the fixtures tough? When are everyone playing? When can I really get super strong and really aim to really pull in multiple card wins again? So I'm buzzing, guys. I'm fucking buzzing, honestly. Cannot wait to get all these cards up and running and in action. Now, I'm going to take a look at the prize pools first of all. That was for the wee thumbnail, sorry guys. But yeah, so let's have a look at the prize pools. Let's get this nice and big so we can all see it. There we go. So in All-Star Unlimited, we've got 15,000 entrants for 500 cards. And again, I don't know what the strength and quality is going to be there, but I'm going to put my best team there because quite simply, Star Unlimiteds are top 15 and it's the biggest ETH pair, 0.13 to win the thing. Compare that to any of the regions. Actually, it's Champion Euro. Oh, wow. Champion Euro actually pays more ETH. Wow, that's interesting. Not by much, but I'll go for All-Star because the star payout is a bit bigger rather than that. Look, that's odd, man. I didn't realize that before. That oh wow, Champion America's got a really big, really big podium. That's great. So I've got a solid Champion America team that's going to go out there. But yeah, so I'm happy with those. I'm actually really happy with the 3 competitions that I'm managing to enter. I think they've got very attractive prize pools at the very tippy top, which is where I'm aiming for. You know, anything short of that is fine, but it's not the aim for my unlimited teams. I'm hoping to get up the top this week with the way the fixtures pan out. And Rare Pro, we've got about 900 entrants thus far for 30 cards. That's a bit tight, you know, so not going to get too excited about that. Top 5 for Star Rares is fine. Top 20 for tier 1s is fine, I suppose. Tier 2 is a bit light, but only 9 tier 2s are getting paid out. That's a bit tight, but yeah, not very attractive. Just about 9,000 entrants in the All-Star Rare. We're getting tier 3s from 56 to 155, so basically 99 tier 3s will be paid out. About 40 odd will be tier 2s. 4 to 15, so 11 cards will be tier 1. And then we're only getting the podium for Star Rare. Obviously, you've got ETH threshold to hit with that as well if you go over 250 points or 205 points, respectively. Champion Euro, let's just look at under 23 Rare. So, Star Rares for top 2. The tier 3 pool is actually pretty generous, 31 to 70. So, it gives you a good chance with a decent score to be pulling out an okay card, you know, kind of idea. And then up here, it's Survival of the Fittest. 172 entrants in the under 23 Pro division with 18 people picking up rewards, tier 2 and below. And seeing how skinny these pools are, I might even move down in the under 23 Rare. We'll see how it all pans out. And in Champ Euro Rare Pro, 178 entrants for 27 cards. That's pretty generous. We're getting Star Rares for the top 5. So the same as Rare Pro. Yeah, Pro, Global Pro. Basically the exact same, but the tier 2s is a bit lighter. So I'm actually quite keen on the Champ Euro region this game week. And I don't really have anything else that can fully compete in any of the other regions, to be truthful. And super rare, the All-Star, we're getting a tier 1 at the top, so it doesn't make me want to go for it really. And then 53 entrants into Champ Euro. Top 8 will pull something out. 5 to 8 will be a tier 3. It's basically tier 2s for the podium, except for number 1 who gets a tier 1. With Haaland, are you thinking of keeping him even when he inevitably gets a summer move? Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with Haaland. I'm 100% going to enjoy Haaland versus Rangers over these 2 legs. That I'm definitely doing. There's no 2 ways I'm not having Haaland in my gallery versus Rangers. After that, let's see what happens. Evening Quinny, how's things? How was the weekend SO5 wise? Kind of shit. We covered that at the beginning of the stream. Aaron Johns, thanks for joining us. Fist bump to you. If you want to check that out, you're probably better catching it after we've finished up with the live section. Because there wasn't much no headlines to really go over with these. But the prize pools look okay. You know, I can kind of identify where I want to be going and what I'm looking at. Easy enough. I know I don't have that much. As I'm glancing through this, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rare teams out. And I think I've got 3 limited teams out. So only 7 lineups to go through with these tonight to prepare for the midweek. We'll have a look at the matches, because the matches do dictate sometimes, as well as the prize pools, the competition that we're going to be against. You know, and the competition we're going to be against means a lot when there is so little prizes to be won. What cards do you have? What region are they going to be extra powerful in? Who's going to be playing them in this division? And you're going to try and get them in that division. Whatever. So in the championship, nothing to write home about. We've got Mechlin and Genk, so there'll be some high power cards in there. It just depends how the result goes, really, if that's a good game to be in this week or not. But yes, both teams are stacked quite heavily, so if there is a big SO5 result for one of those teams, they'll be very prominent on the leaderboard. If you have Borussia Dortmund cards, I implore you to play them at home to Rangers. Surely, this is going to be an absolute drubbing. Haaland apparently was rested for the weekend to play Rangers, which makes me super happy. And looking forward to it. Zenit against Betis, I think that cancels a lot of high power stacks out a little bit, because both these guys will get great cards. But Betis away to Zenit in the first leg, it could be tricky. But Zenit, as I was saying with Laird when we were previewing February, Zenit's first game back in essence from their winter break is this fixture. And as much as they've done friendlies and all the rest of it, like I know from when Celtic had Zenit at this point, like Zenit from the first leg to the second leg was a monumental difference in performance, and I would expect that to be the same. So I expect it to be a tight match. I don't expect much to really go. You can always be surprised in these European fixtures, but so don't quote me on that. Sevilla at home at Dinamo Zagreb, fantastic fixture. Leipzig and Sociedad is a very tough fixture. I fancy Leipzig to actually do a number on Sociedad, but a lot of really good cards in play there. Lazio against Porto is another huge Sorare derby. Powerful stacks, powerful cards, lots of circulation for both teams. So there's lots of these cards in and around galleries. The lead from bread for the leaderboard, really. So you expect to see them everywhere. Similar to Napoli, they're away to Barca, and I really have got no idea how that match is going to pan out. I think it could be a goal fest, because quite simply, Barca cannot defend at the moment. Araujo seemed to get some sort of injury in the derby last night, and I think they're doing a scan on his calf today. So if there's no Araujo, it'll be Eric Garcia and Piqué, and based on the Espanyol match that I watched last night, I think Napoli will be quite happy with that, to be honest. In the Conference League, I've got the Celtic game. I'll be there Thursday night, so I'm buzzing about that. We'll be getting the Celtic attack stacks rolled out, of course. Midland, Rapid Vienna and Vitesse. We've got another Sorare derby in the Conference League. I'm not too sure how either team's really going at the moment, to be honest with you. But again, both teams are quite commonly stacked, and there's a good circulation of particularly Vitesse, less so Rapid Vienna. To be going out there. PSV at home at Maccabi should be a big result for PSV, I would expect. Fenerbahce, Prague is going to be tough. Marseille, again, I feel like I've mega jinxed Marseille, so Laird and everyone else, Canny, if you're listening, I'm really sorry. They can't seem to keep a clean sheet after I've made that famous claim, but hey-ho. Qarabag at home, they should keep a clean sheet, come on. And Leicester and Randers, there's some rare cards in both those teams if something might happen. Champions League, Inter and Liverpool. I think Inter are going to want to keep that game tight. They're going to want to go second leg and make it all about away goals. That's Inter Milan's strategy now. I can almost certainly guarantee that. The San Siro will be a hostile environment. Liverpool will be up for it. They're always up for the big European games. Who knows how the game will pan out. There's great attacking options in both teams. And I fully expect it to be one of these games that the first half is really going to have a huge knock. If it's 0-0 at half time, I can see it being a very low scoring game. But if someone gets an early goal and ignites this match with like the away goal or whatever, then it could be a tasty affair. No two ways about it. Everyone's expecting Bayern absolutely hump Salzburg, but Salzburg at home in the Champions League have not lost. They won all 3 matches with Lille, with Seville, and with Wolfsburg. And I watched at least 2 of those games. The stadium's right on top of the pitch. The fans are right behind it. And being a Celtic fan, I can totally identify with a small club in Europe punching above their weight. That is not a given for Bayern. Now that I've said that, it's going to be 5-0. Of course, we all know that. But, you know, I don't think it's going to be 0. I don't think Bayern are going to walk out here with a clean sheet. I think Salzburg might have some sort of slither of hope to carry into the second leg. Maybe it's a small margin. Maybe it's a draw. I'm not sure. And then Sporting are going to entertain Man City. I expect Man City to be wanting to really show up in that game in the first tie, in the first leg, and make a real name for themselves. PSG and Real Madrid is the glamour fixture of the week. No two ways about it. And again, both teams are normally champ Euros stack merchants. So hopefully they cancel each other out. And yeah, hopefully they'll just score 40 somehow. If that's at all possible. Levante have got a midweek fixture away to Atletico Madrid. Should be very good for Atleti. Aberdeen have got a midweek fixture with St Johnstone if you've got any of those cards. Kawasaki and Tokyo officially open the J-League season on the 18th at 10 a.m. So if you've got any of those cards, they are going to be in action. And we've got some Conmebol and Libertadores, which is Champions League early stages in South America. I've got a card that plays for CD Lara, so maybe we'll play him, who knows. The Argentinian League is getting into full swing. River Plate at home to this team. I'm hoping Barco would get a start. My goalkeeper is at Arsenal. They're away. They'll probably get pumped. Hopefully he doesn't score too bad. And otherwise, Boca, do they have a big game? Or Boca even got a game? Yes, they do. They're away to Aldosivi. I don't even know who Aldosivi are. So it's probably a good game for Boca. Okay. CONCACAF Champions League, New York City, Seattle, and Colorado, all away to a team from Montagu. I think they're from Honduras. Comunicados, I'm going to say they're from Costa Rica. And Santos, I've no idea where they're from. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not even going to guess. It's just, no idea. I expect all 3 MLS teams to score very well. I'm very glad to have a full limited Seattle stack. I wonder who thought that was a great idea 4 months ago. And we've also got Montreal away to Santos Laguna, so that's another Sorare derby. I'm not sure if we have any of these other teams. Saprissa, no, we don't have any of these other teams. I wonder why Saprissa have a logo, but they're from Costa Rica also, and I'm pretty sure Comunicados are Costa Rican also. I wonder why. Maybe we're going to get a license for Saprissa. That would be interesting. And then finally, we've got one Liga MX game. We've got Club America away to Mazatlan. I don't think we've got any of those clubs. So, a lot of interesting fixtures. None of them really stand out as, you know, Celtic, great fixture. PSV looks to be good. Marseille looks to be good. There's not many, I don't think there's any fixtures here, really. Seville looks to be a great fixture. Borussia Dortmund, of course, we all know that. Duh. But yeah, so I'm not really fearful of any region on the competition that's out there, to be quite honest with you. I'm going to zoom out a little tad just so you can see a wee bit more of the screen, what we're up to and whatnot. Wonder if oh yeah, cool. Right, so let's start off with All-Star Rare Pro, because that's going to be the strongest region that we're going to go after. Just put all the best cards in here. This is going to be my best lineup, and we just hope that we catch fire and we kill it. In goals, who looks to be my best keeper? So we've got Sean John. He's away in the CCL. We've got Van de Voort at home. We've got Axel Werner away. All Black at home to Levante. Slowik away to Kawasaki. And that is it. So how many goalkeepers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder if I've got Slowik in a team. Interesting. Okay, cool. So I think the best goalkeeper is probably going to be All Black, to be honest with you. At home at Levante, who are 20th. Probably take that, to be honest with you. Actually, I think I do want to keep him for region specific this week, to be honest with you. So I'm going to take him out. I'm going to put Sean John up here in my best teams. I think he's a very good chance to get a clean sheet away from home. With New York City recently signing Thiago Martins and New York City having a really good defence last year. So yeah, Sean John's in goals. In defence, now, let's see. Guardiola, great fixture, but he's U23, so I'm maybe going to try and earmark him against that. Otherwise, wow, got very little in defence. Got Angelino, Robbo, Benjamin Heinrichs. Wow. I'm actually at a loss for how I picked these teams earlier. I've got no idea who I picked in defence for this team, because I'm thinking, I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'll play Angelina. Robbo's definitely going to play, but away from home, Inter can score, so the clean sheet's maybe off the cards. Can Robbo get a decisive? Angelino's in good form decisive wise. That's why, and I think Sociedad, having watched him kind of recently, I think that's where I'm going. I might come back to that. But Sean John and then Angelino. In midfield, Wanyama's got a great fixture potentially. I think he definitely starts. He's a super rare as well. JJ, I could keep him. I think I'm going to keep JJ for Champion Euro. But yeah, I think I'll go with Wanyama because Wanyama can bring me in like 50 points and then plus the multiplier. That can be good this game week, and it allows me to go buff in other areas as well. Might come back to Barco because I think I might be able to put him in here, but we'll earmark it with Wanyama up front. I've got Sané, who's got Salzburg, of course. Depay's nowhere near the team, and then I've got the Celtic attack stack. I've got Maeda, I've got Andre Silva, I've got Giakoumakis. A lot of great forwards to choose from. I think I'm going to go with Giakoumakis here, but I don't think I'm going to get him into any other team, and I think he is going to start. The manager seems to be really backing him at the moment, and do you know what I expect? I expect Giakoumakis to start and get 60 minutes, but get a goal or something, and as long as he does that, I'm going to be cool with what he does. And then it just means I can pick the best rare available, which looks like Robbo, but with me knowing how light I am on defense, I might try and keep the Robbo for somewhere else. So I think I'm going to be putting up here Rare Rio. Yeah, I'm going to be putting Rare Rio up here next to Giakoumakis, and we're going to captain him. So yeah, I think that's the optimal team to go in here. Let's have a look at who I picked earlier for Champ Euro Rare. Oh, let me catch up with the live chat. It's kind of frozen on me, sorry. Channy's here. Channy, my man. How are you? Only taking part in Champ Euro the midweek with the Marseille boys and Coleman for Bayern. That sounds like a good team if Coleman starts for sure. Away goal rule is gone though, no? Oh, have they actually scrapped it? I know it's been... Did they actually scrap it? Thanks very much for catching that, Channy. Hoodwink, any idea? I don't think they have they? Any idea if João Paulo will be playing for Seattle? Sounds like he's not been back in training long and I'm clueless. But MLS, I actually had no idea there was question marks over João Paulo, so I will investigate that with you. Sorare FC, fist bump to you, my man. Fist bump to Channy. I don't know if I got you one of them, son. Looking at betting on us to decide on best players. Henriks will probably not start. Any thoughts about Asia leagues coming back? Why do you think Henriks won't start, Sakara? I'm interested. So I think the opposite. So All-Star Rare Pro, Angelino, Wanyama, Giakoumakis, and Captain Rio. Let's zoom out a wee bit so you can see them. Brilliant. So I picked the same team twice. That's normally a good sign. And I did make some selections there, guys. Region dictated. Right. So we're going to go into Champ Euro Pro. So this is one of my bigger teams. So top 5 are getting a tier 0 payout. Top 20 for tier 1. And the way the fixtures are going, I think I've got cards that can compete. So we got all black in goals. I think I'm taking Benjamin Henriks in defence. Yeah, I'm going to take Benjamin Henriks in defence. I believe he starts this match. And then in midfield, I've got JJ, Joanne Jordan, who's a super rare as well. Great fixture at home at Dinamo. So that's 3 great home fixtures so far. I love building strong teams that are built on home players. I just don't know why, but I do prefer it. Up front, I can go Sané, no problem at all. And then I think I could even throw Andre Silva in here for a bit of overkill, maybe. I'm not too sure how I am. I suppose I've got plenty of other U23s and stuff like that. He isn't even U23. I don't even... Yeah, I think I can put Andre Silva in here as well. It says he's suspended, so let me check that out. Bundesliga, I'm not sure. I trust Sorare data on this, but let me just double check it. So the best way to check this is we're going to flash scores. We find the boy Andre Silva. He's had 1 yellow card this season. International Cups, Leipzig. He's not been booked. Unless it was for Frankfurt. But Frankfurt last year in the Europa League, again, he wasn't booked. So that confuses me, Sorare data. Suspend. I'm going to investigate that in case that's maybe trying to tell me he's injured. Maybe it's just been the wrong API or something things messed up somehow. And I think we take Captain Sani, because I think Sani's multiple decisive capable. I think this team is strong, buff, and good to go. A lot of red and white in this team across 3 different clubs, across 2 different leagues as well. So lovely Champ Euro contingent, buzzing for it. Except for Sani, all of them are at home, and that could do phenomenal. I've got a feeling Andre Silva's the only one I'm not sure about. I've got a feeling that's the team I've picked. It is the team I've picked. Lovely. We're absolutely flying through it tonight, guys. U23 Pro is going to be the next one. Now, if I'm not too sure about the supers I've got here, then I might go down to rare, just because I know I've got power, you know. I think I'm also close to maybe playing this team with just 1 super because of the quality that I've got. So we go Van de Voort in goals, who's at home, had 2 clean sheets in a row. Odds suggest Genker in good form and should do the business. Guardiola was a tank, a machine. We know that. We love the guy. In midfield, I think we've got... Oh, yeah, we've still got Barco. We've got Ferran Torres. I think I might play Barco. Yeah, I'm playing Barco. And then I think he's... Why not? He played 45 minutes the other day. They're at home against, you know, Juventud. Don't even know them. Not to be disrespectful to them, but it's not as if they're playing Boca or something like that, you know. We go super rare Hatate, and then we get rare Jota. Guys, this is a disgusting under 23 team, Captain Jota till I die. Of course, you know that. If Barco can get on the pitch for River and start the match, he could really pop off. Both my Celtic attack stack are ready to go. Guardiola's a boss. Van de Voort's in the form of his life, it feels like. What could go wrong? This team feels apex. I'm not too sure. I think I might have played Ferran Torres here and went with 1 super. I didn't. I did go with Barco in the end. So cool. I'm staying with that, guys. Brilliant. A nice little roll. Really excited about that team. Really excited about that team, you can probably tell. So let's see. What teams have we picked so far? So we've got our All-Star Pro team, which is kind of solid and steady. You know, like Giakoumakis should start. Wanyama should start. All these guys start and do their job. We're probably going to be in amongst it. This is a team that I think could really push on. Henriks is maybe a question mark for some people. I think he's okay for starting. Any thoughts about the Asian leagues coming back this week? Yes, Harry Grimma. Fist bump to you, by the way. I am buzzing for it. I cannot wait for it. I don't actually have that much of an Asian contingent, but the Asian players I've got really, really jack up some of the teams that I've got here that are 20 points away, that are 30 points away from getting into the prizes and really kicking on. So I am super excited for all these things to be rolling back in. And then we just picked the U23 Pro team, which is disgusting. I might vomit looking at it. In a good way. So that leaves us with, what other teams had I picked? I think it was just an All-Star Pro team then. Okay, cool. So we just go to All-Star Pro. Now, when I do this, first of all, I'm going to go to All-Star Super Rare, right? And I'm going to hit the extra button, because I just want to see who else I've got that I've not played, right? So I've got Robbo, I've got Parks, I've got Torres, I've got Maeda, I've got Chanatip. That's probably the global team. And then beyond that, yeah, I've not got much. Yeah, it's okay. So it's just a goalkeeper. I think I've got a few options for goalkeeper still. I think I've got Axel Werner, I've got Slovic. Okay, so Slovic's a super rare. Unfortunately, he's not going to enter the field of play this game week. So it'll be Werner in goals, who's away. Hopefully they don't get spanked too bad. Hopefully they actually turn up some form. In defence, we're going to go Robbo. That's fine. We know he'll play heavy multiplier, and he's very capable of getting it decisive. Of course he is. But the thing I like about Angelino is he's designated to a bunch of set pieces in his team, and then forecasting something like that getting it decisive is just a bit easier to imagine. Keaton Parks almost certainly will start. I don't see any reason he wouldn't. Same with Chanatip, same with Ferran Torres. Actually, I might take Chanatip since... Oh. No, I'm going to take Parks because I think Parks is the man. Actually, I'm not even sure if Parks is... I'm not sure. Parks finished last season injured. I'm actually not sure now if he's actually fit now. I'm thinking about this. And then I put Maeda up front because I know he'll feature. And again, I think Giakoumakis starts, but I think Maeda is his super sub at the moment until Giakoumakis has had a sufficient kind of crack at the whip in the manager's eyes to maybe make some changes or to cement his place in the team. And then, yeah, it's either Ferran Torres or Chanatip. I think I take Ferran over Keaton Parks, right? I think Ferran is going to start. And yeah, I think that's what I do. And then my extra, who's my best looking rare otherwise? Camavinga's not going to start. Toy, I've got no idea. I think Chanatip is really who I want to play, to be honest with you. Gio Reyna, I'd love to play Gio, but he missed the last game not too well. So Kawasaki. So I want to see Chanatip. Has he been featuring in these? He played 76 minutes. Brilliant in this game where they lost. And it looks like he's in the best 11. Yeah, I'm playing Chanatip. I'm going to bring Chanatip into the team over Parks. Just I've got something more to go on with him there. And then we'll go Captain Maeda, because I'm on the hoops. I've got a feeling Keaton Parks is in this team. Otherwise, it's the same, yeah. But we're going to drop him for Chanatip. We'll bring him into the 4A. Lovely. And then I'm just going to just pop Parks in there. Cool. Now, we've got a couple of limited teams to be picking. This is where the fun picks up, right? Because, as you know already, I'm super hyped for All-Star Unlimited, Haaland versus Rangers. Now, the great thing about the team I'm able to make as well this game week, let's pick the goalkeeper first of all. It's going to be Galashy, I think, isn't it? I'm going to be picking, or am I going to be picking Werner? I think I'm picking Werner. I thought I had Sorare. Is Sorare not playing this? Oh, Jesus. I'm playing Werner in goals, right? I'm playing Werner in goals. In defence, just hope he does okay. We're going to be playing Rio Hatate. On the hoops. In midfield, who's my best mid? Who is my best mid? Fernando, I hope not. Gavi should play. David Silva, away from home. Christian Roldan is who I'm playing. Christian Roldan goes into this team, no problem, and is my best mid. Up front, it's got to be Haaland, first name on the team sheet. And then my extra player, who's my best other rare. I've got some really good choices across the bat. I've got Cunha. Oh yeah, Cunha. That's the play. Cunha, Haaland, Roldan, Hatate, and Werner. But who to be captain? It has to be Captain Haaland. I think it does, doesn't it? And pardon me, Atletico Madrid at home to Levante. Cunha did score in the last game. You might have missed that because he only got a 40 score because he conceded a penalty. Also, Rio can get goals and assists. Roldan can get goals and assists. Erling Haaland can get goals and assists. I just need Axel Werner not to get spanked. That's the only thing I'm kind of hoping and praying for here. And with the prize pool in All-Star Unlimited, that team is podium dangerous. I've picked the exact same team. Love it when that happens. So we go next to All-Star Champion, Champion Rare Limited. Champion Europe Limited. Oh, Jesus. D5. We're going D5 next. And the keeper's going to be Galashy, because he's only one left and he's good. I like him. Good game for him as well. Savic will be in defence. He will play, and again, I fancy him to get a good score at home to Levante. In midfield, Gavi or David Silva is what it's going to come down to. I'm going to go Gavi just because he's younger. Should have scored at the weekend. Up front, I've got Dzeko and Lautaro. I think I just go with the two of them as a pair. And that's my Champ Euro team. Pretty capable, pretty solid. And we're going to captain Dzeko, because that's what we've did the last couple of times. And I feel like if I change it now, I'll jinx it. So we'll captain Dzeko. And then that leaves, I'm pretty sure this team is the same, but we'll just double check it. I can't imagine it being terribly different. It's the exact same. And then my final team is my Champion America Limited. And there's not many variations and combinations this can be. It is pure Seattle. So we've got Fry in goals. Yaimar, Gomez, Andrade in the back. In midfield, I've only got a João Paulo to be playing since I've put Roldan elsewhere. So I'm going João Paulo. And then up front, we go double attack. We go Rui Diaz and Jordan Morris. That's the play. And then I'm captaining Jordan Morris. Sorted. If we think João Paulo is a question mark, Rusnak, everyone fancies to be playing for Seattle. Do we maybe try and pick up a Rusnak? How much is he going for? He's pretty pricey now, isn't he? Wow. Not too excited about him. I wonder about Ladero if he's nice and cheap, because he's old and injured and stuff, you know. Yes, I wonder about another Roldan. 2 is better than 1. Oh yeah, Roldan's nice and cheap. Oh no, he's not. That one is. He's trying to fuck you, this guy, isn't he? Apalex. Son of a bitch. So let's see the cheapest ones. I really don't want to be spending 70 quid for a game week. Nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go with Jao Paulo. I'm going to roll. Oh, jeez. I think I should be buying another roll down, shouldn't I? I wonder if I can maybe trade one. Do any of these people look approachable? Apalex. Yeah. Pistrove, Doug. Sorare, Italia, Telegram. Those guys are normally quite cool. Nah, I'll leave it for now. I don't think I'm going to degen into buying it. I'm just going to go with Jao Paulo. I will investigate, but what was the word that you gave me earlier on? That he's not any idea if Jao Paulo will be playing for Seattle. Sounds like he's not been back in training long, and I'm clueless. If he's in training, I think he plays. Jao Paulo is like, he's not a high energy player. He's like, you know, he's not a box to box guy. He's a ball mover. He's a water carrier. So I think that maybe just management. He's had a lovely off season. Wasn't injured or anything beforehand that I'm aware of. You see the goals that Saka scored in the cup. He looks like he's going to get 15 plus goals and assists this season. XMK, I hope you're right. Saka ripped it up for Europa Reds, and I hope that can be an absolute monster of a card for me when, as of the weekend, really, when Asia comes back full and proper. Let's just confirm my America lineup was the same, yes, as Captain Jordan Morris as well. So I feel like I've got a really amazing set of teams going out this game week, guys. If you've not caught up to speed with all the content, I've been doing tons of trades, tons of cards coming out. Limited chat stuff will come out tomorrow, and then there'll be more kind of goals and strategy stuff rolling out throughout the week, as well as the live stream again on Thursday for the weekend game week, and everything else you can kind of come to expect from the channel as we've seen over the last couple of weeks. I hope you have enjoyed the stream, guys. I hope you are set for the midweeks. I've got some beast teams. Let's just run through them again before I love yous and leave yous. So I'm packing up with Celtic big time in terms of my attacking options, but I'm also trying to keep my teams quite strong. You know, I've got another goalkeeper. I could maybe stretch it out, but I'm want to keep it as strong as I possibly can. And I think all of these teams are seriously dangerous. And FC Barcelona, Quinny, me, my club, we've got a great record of the midweeks pulling some results out. Haaland, I hope he starts and kicks ass against Rangers. Cunha's my man now. Roldan's my boy. Hatate and Werner, love it. That team looks good to go. If they all turn up and do something, it is going to be in the mix. And this, I'm hoping, nice XP on all of them. As long as they all start, that team should kick ass and take some names as well. And the Champion America Unlimited pool is pretty generous this week, it must be said. Hopefully these guys can just get ETH for me. If they can get more, fantastic. But just get me the ETH, lads. That's all I need you to do first and foremost. This team, I'm really hoping Wanyama can get up to 60 points without a decisive, plus his multiplier of 30%, 31%. That'll be an extra 20 or so points. That gets him to about 80. Same with Yakimakis. He gets a goal, 30% multiplier. It's close to 20 points add on for him. That's 160. Hatate's capable of more. He's capable of bringing in 80 before multiplier, getting up to about 100. So if I can get 260 from the ex-Celts here, Sean Johnson brings in a clean sheet, 320. And then if Angelino can get his decisive, brings in about 70 points with multiplier, hopefully that's around a 400-point score, and we can be right in amongst it with maybe some differentials and other things as well. We can maybe make the difference. Under 23s, I think all of these guys, all of them, before multipliers, before card scarcity bonuses, before captains, all of these guys are 75 plus capable if the game goes the way it could be. Van der Voort might be the exception, of course, because it just depends how many shots Mechlin get away for him to be able to accrue a score like that. But he's definitely shown good form with the clean sheets, if nothing else. And with the multiplier that I'm carrying on this guy, it can definitely be... Let me zoom in on that another little bit for you, sorry. 9% multiplier on him, so that could be all the difference, really. And then the final team we've got going out in the rare region, Henrik's the new addition coming in now. 0.24 for a guy like that is an absolute snip. Joanne Jordan, 0.4 was an absolute snip. Andre Silva, 0.4 was an absolute snip. And then having an All Black in the club as long as I have, and having previously won a Sane, this team feels special. This team feels good. I really like the way it's made up. I like the profiles of the guys in it. I'm very much behind every one of these guys and their fixture this game week as well. And I would not be surprised if this team won. I really wouldn't. I don't really expect it to, but it wouldn't be a big surprise to me. I love the guys, love the fixtures. And I am absolutely buzzing, guys. Absolutely buzzing for this midweek. I hope you are as well. I hope you have great fun. Make sure you check out all the other content that's came out on the channel today with the Bundesliga Foosball Weekly and the Sorare Italy Football Calcio Weekly, talking about the Serie A stuff. And then I say I've dropped some massive trading. Champ Euro, 10k worth of trades I've managed to pull off over the weekend. I hope you enjoy that video as well. Like I said earlier, guys, at any point, if you have laughed, learned, or liked something, please don't hesitate. Smash that thumbs up button below. Always like, subscribe, and share and retweet if you can, guys. It means a lot to me. Stay out of trouble, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Have a great game week. Bye-bye.